Well, what's up, everyone? We got another podcast here before the big super match event this coming Saturday. And today we have a new guest on the show, Adrian Morrison. What's up, man?
Another day.
Another day, another dollar. So, y'all ready for this big day Saturday?
Yes.
Dude, yeah. It's time to raise
I'm,
hell.
I'm just gonna get my respect back. Call it that.
Yep. Aside from Reggie, we're all the ones from out here west that have a match this Saturday. Curtis didn't have one. This will be kind of big for Adrian. It's his first kind of official super match now that he's moved here to Oklahoma. You pretty psyched for it, man?
Yes, because I'm on my trajectory to be number 198 in Oklahoma. So this is just step one of many steps.
Yeah. Well, I think if we know anything about you, it'll be a pretty straight towards the top trajectory. To the moon. Hashtag.
Yeah.
The climb.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
looking forward to seeing him.
I felt Nathan this last, not this last weekend, but like about 2 weeks ago. And, I like Nathan. He's a cool freaking dude. He's awesome and everything. But God bless, man. Just Morrison, don't go too crazy, please. Oh, God.
Okay, well, let's just go ahead and throw that out here. We haven't really said that yet. Adrian, who are you pulling this Saturday?
A gentleman by the name of Nathan Williams.
Nathan Williams. And guys, where is he's from Ada, that group down there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not really much about them.
Yep.
Trains with Neil and them.
Have you looked up any game film on him? Any matches of his?
I looked. I couldn't find anything.
Do you know anything about him just from hearsay or otherwise?
The only thing I know is he likes to press. And my buddy Matt Rundle says Matt can beat him most times. And I love Matt, no disrespect, but Matt's child's play to me.
All right, we like telling the truth on this podcast. If nothing else, we're telling the truth here. I don't know anything about Nathan. I don't know about anything about his priors. What's his stature? Is he a little bit taller? Is he shorter?
I want to say he's like 6'2", right?
Okay.
He's about like 6'2". He's a little shorter than me. Long arm for the most part. Not like really long, but you can tell he has a good connection point to his shoulder and everything. But his hand, I just don't see that being an issue. What I understand, he kind of needs a little bit of up. I don't think he can flat press. He did press down Tim Hanna. He pressed him down pretty hard back in the day. And then, like I said, I felt him and everything. And he is strong. He has a good connection point. He's getting Curtis the business. But
well, I ain't saying nothing.
No.
But I can just tell you the difference. Like, there's a spot where I can be in with certain people where I feel like this. I can be on the B side and probably Nathan. Or with Morrison, I have to make sure that because if I don't, it's just to the bin bad. Like it is going to be a very, very bad day for Nathan Williams. Unless he was, like I said, I just don't see it going any other way.
Okay. Now that we've got to establish who you're pulling, let's back this thing up a little bit and just tell us a little bit about you, your history kind of in the sport coming from Florida. Just tell us what you think us and the audience need to know.
Well, I got my start back in 2020. Started training with the group in Pensacola, and I trained with them and in the gym for almost a year, like 10 months, just training. And then I had my first tournament in Alabama at Cottonwood, and I entered the Open 198, and it was a clean sweep. I took no losses, and I won my first event. And then my group in Florida, I was in the Panhandle near Fort Walton Beach, Destin, Pensacola. And then I kind of built a group there, built myself a table, and then we practiced every week like clockwork for about 2.5 years. And then my trajectory really went up when I got with Doug Ehrlich. He lived like 10 miles from me, and I got him back into the game, would go over his house, and he did a lot of one-on-one training with me.
That's sick.
And And yeah, dude, I just stayed active. I've been to tournaments in Florida, Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana, and I've had some ass kickings. And
Yeah, yeah.
I've had my arm ripped open by Craig Toulier. I still don't have a winning record on Cody Franklin. So I've had my fair share of ass whoopings, but I was making my way to the top 3 in Florida. That was my goal, and I made it to number 5.
Okay,
And
sick.
then I moved here.
I do remember a few years ago following each other on TikTok. So I remember kind of watching you just through the years on there. It's been pretty dope watching your journey. So you said you made it to number 5. Who was left there in front of you on that list?
Right above me was Austin Wade. Then above him was Noel Nunez,
Okay.
Artem Taranenko, and Matt King.
Okay. How have you done with those guys? Have you had any experience with those 4?
I've only pulled Artem in practice, so can't really take anything from that.
Right.
And then I pulled Austin Wade in a tournament. It's kind of a funny thing. Our referee was filming the match while he was reffing.
Multitask.
Yeah, he was like holding the phone like this, the down ref, and the ready go hit. He went to hit. And I reached over. I caught him in a hook, and then I drug him all the way back to the pin. And the guy was busy filming, and they didn't call it. And the whole crowd screaming, "Pin, pin!" It's in the place is nuts. And they didn't call it. They said I elbow fouled, so we did a restart, and that took that took everything out of me.
He was filming. They should have had the evidence, right?
Yeah, but Brandon Morris, it was a Brandon Morris tournament. If you've ever heard anything about those, and him and Austin are like best friends. And then we ran it back. We ran it back, and he did a nasty shoulder roll. And I thought we were going into a hook together, and he went a completely different lane and flashed me.
Well, speaking of that shoulder roll, you ready for that with Nathan then?
Yeah, because I practiced with Matt. Matt can do a good press. And now that I know the press is coming, he's just gonna get stuck right. He's just gonna get stuck right here. I'm gonna let him press the B side, and he's gonna hit a wall, and then I'm gonna bring him back.
From Tommy and Adrian, if he gets stopped in that press, does he have anything else to go to, or is that kind of it for him?
Not that I've seen. I don't know. I don't think so.
Like I was saying, I went B side and his wrist was starting to go back. I don't think he has a flop press, and if he does, it's not as strong as whenever he's cupped in. He really kind of needs that hand first, for sure.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I mean, the one thing he's really got is speed. Like, he's super, super freaking fast. But you stop him there, it's kind of, he loses all that.
Yeah.
Do you know
definitely
Adrian? Or go ahead. My bad. Go ahead.
No, it's definitely speed. He's a quick bugger. But if you load up, I feel like it could be done through the center. If there's a lot of load up, his hand is really, it really needs to be.
Do you know, Adrian, if there's like a hard weight cap, or is it just kind of a gentleman's agreement, be close to the weight, or?
Well, Brandon said it's for 198, and
Okay.
and when I first moved here, I was 218. I was chubby. I was walking around 218.
Felt that.
And then I would always cut to 198, and I got sick and tired of cutting. So I got on a new regiment, let's say, and I'm down to 195 right now, walking around. So
Nice.
Oh, sick. Yeah, you're sitting pretty then. All right. Well, we've got a couple other, 3 other matches on this call, I guess. Tommy, who are you pulling?
Pulling Jake. I don't want to butcher his last name, so I don't remember his
Jake.
last name, to be honest. But Jake.
And you guys have a little bit of a history, right?
Yeah, we pulled left-handed in a tournament. I did end up flashing. Well, we went to went to straps, and I flashed him lefty. Never pulled him right, so this will be new. My right's always been known to be really bad, but so hopefully I can shock people. Yeah, just
Stature wise, are
match.
y'all about the same?
Pretty much the same height, same size hand. Right now he's bigger than me. I'm like 270. He's probably, I don't want to, sorry if I say the wrong weight, but I definitely probably 300 something. So like 300. So he's got a little bit of a weight gap on me, but I'm not too worried about it, to be honest.
Cool. Well, are you still kind of making your way down, hopefully to the 242s?
Yeah, the
That's your
past 2
goal?
weeks I kind of slipped up a little, so I've stayed at 270, but
It happens, man.
I started at 310, so we're making progress.
Yeah, if you
Started at
started
310,
there and
now I'm
you're
at
at
like
270,
270, so
yeah,
I'm aiming
you're
for 240.
doing well then. Trying to pull up the rankings list. I know I got it sit somewhere here. Adrian, go ahead and start talking about your match. Who do you got on Saturday?
Well, I'm pulling Elijah Halpern, nicknamed Big Choctaw, from what I understand.
Yep.
It?
Left-handed. Yeah, I was lefty. Left-handed.
Big Choctaw.
Yeah, Big Choctaw. He's been active from what I seen. He's been killing it on his lefty, and his righty's looking good too. He's come up a long way. They were pulling him back in like Jagger's practice about maybe a year or two ago. It's been a while,
Yeah.
but I was pretty tired then because I was pulling. I think I did like a king of the table. I pulled Jaggers. That was a whole freaking mess. That practice was huge. I pulled them a few times, like in practice, like the Shawnee practice, but I've always felt very comfortable with them. And for some reason, my left, even though I haven't been training it at all, it's mainly been my right arm focus. It still feels incredibly strong. Like I still have that connection. Like I don't know why. I'm trying to get that same connection on my right, but my lefty just says, "Oh no, I just have it." I don't know. I don't know why. But I pulled him a bit. I'm pretty confident, but I never like to go into things overconfident because that leads me to lacking. So for me, it's really just get my setup and then just freaking hit so hard to the point either he fouls or I pin him or both. So to me, it's just a matter of really just focusing in on that match. Don't try to mess around too.
And you said that was a left
Yeah, lefty.
hand. Cool. One of these days we'll get a left hand list going, but no one really cares about left hand, right?
That's a peg holding hand.
Come on,
Exactly.
man.
That's my philosophy right there, boy. So I got a couple matches and I pray to God they don't make me pull them back to back. But if they do, then I guess we'll test out my cardio. Right hand, I got Josh Ball. This is kind of a roughly to get that 10 spot in the 176 class. But I'm pulling his buddy Gage McManus left hand. I don't know anything about the guy other than he's short and stout as a son of a gun. So I think I got my work cut out for me on Saturday, but I'm looking forward to finally pulling with my right again after probably about 16, 18 months it'll be by the time this weekend rolls around. So looking forward to it. But now I'm going to tell me if y'all can see my screen. I'm going to share it real quick. Y'all seeing that?
There we
Yep.
go.
Okay.
Yep.
This should be kind of the most updated version. We're going to take this back to Adrian. This, and like I keep stating multiple times over and over, this isn't like a official sanction list. This is just kind of how us and some other guys from around the state see everything. Really the most complete list that's out right now. That's really just kind of what we were going for. But right now, Adrian, just because you're newer, we have you at 9. We don't think you're really that far down the list. But Nathan's there at 7, so this will be a good opportunity to if you run over Nathan, I mean that'll just kind of show people where you're truly at.
Yeah, I know Jonathan Vick. I pulled him last year. I came up to visit and they set up a super match with us.
At Kenny's,
Now-
right?
Yeah, Kenny's.
Okay.
And then Matt is a good friend of mine, but he's not close. He's not close. And then I practiced with Eric twice. The first time was kind of a surprise, and I was beat up from Big Adrian. I don't know if you know how big Adrian is, but
Oh yeah, we know
He's
firsthand.
okay. He's okay.
he's definitely a workout from my elbow. And then like 5 days later, I pulled Eric, and then like another week and a half went by, and I got to pull him a little more fresh, and it's definitely even. It's like that would be a good match, me and Eric.
I would really, I like the one-on-ones, but I would really like to see kind of a fatal four-way between you, Eric, Blake, maybe Bobby, or if Cody gets back into it, Cody Dollar. I'd like to see kind of a four-way, just y'all bang it out. Tommy,
Where's Tony
go ahead.
Tippy?
He
Tippy.
He's the
he's
number
so
one for Brothers
inactive.
Arms, I think.
He's number one on their list, I think. Isn't that right?
Yeah.
Or up there, but he's for our liking, he really doesn't pull often enough to kind of warrant keeping a spot on the list.
Okay.
And kind of straight from Brandon's mouth, he said he doesn't really even train arm wrestling. He just kind of shows up and does a match once or twice a year and then leaves again. So until we see some more consistency, he's just kind of in the bubble down there. So the list is kind of like the more active guys that you might actually have a chance of getting a match with. Yeah. So let's say you blow through Nathan. Do you have your sights set on next?
Well, ultimately, obviously Blake, because I just keep hearing his name and everyone's like, won't stop talking about this guy. And I haven't heard great things about how he treated Eric at their match. So like, I kind of have a vendetta to crush him. Eric and I would make great training partners. I do want a real match with him, fresh for fresh. But he was
Eric's
such
a
a
good dude.
gentleman.
He's
He's
good
such a
dude.
gentleman. Like, I'll pull him, obviously, but like, I really, I want to dethrone Mr. Blake.
Yeah, I don't know anything other than just kind of watching the stream, and he kind of ran through Eric pretty good, but I don't know anything about what happened off the table. So that would be an interesting match.
So the thing with Eric, and I got to practice with them, very strong, very stout. But like, if I had like a chart and 1 through 10 on skill, strength, technique, table IQ, all that stuff, his technique and table IQ are very low, and his power is very high. So, and Blake
Like a
is
Dave Chafee type.
Yeah, very similar. And Blake, from what I can gather, has a really high table IQ and knows how to arm wrestle. And so I can arm wrestle better than Eric. I'm better at arm wrestling. And so I don't think he's blowing through me. He might, but I doubt it.
Well, we're putting this out into the ethos. Maybe you'll get a match with Blake maybe later on this year. Think the more you call someone out, the more you ruffle their feathers, you might get them out of the woodwork. So I'd love to see that match. You with any really 1 through 4, I'd love to see you get a match with. Tommy, didn't Curtis say that Bobby was kind of hurt, or did I misremember that?
I wanted to say he said that, but that was like a month and a half ago. So maybe he's better. I don't know.
Bobby, he's another one of those
good.
like super kind of high IQ, kind of hand control guys. I think that could be interesting if Bobby's healthy. I think that would be
really good
match. Yep. Yeah, so I guess, is there anything else y'all would like to talk about for Saturday? Any of the other matches on Saturday that y'all want to mention right now?
Well, I will say, I'm curious how it'll go and how Stephen will recover, because he pulled in Florida last weekend and he did good. But what I heard, maybe just a bit sore or something. So I'm just wondering, like, going back to back, I wonder how he'll recover from that. And if he does recover in time, I'm really feeling a little worried for Dale. Dale feels strong. He feels good. It's just, I just feel like Stephen might be a bit too much right now. I don't think Dale's 100%. I just hope, Dale can just grind it out and can be one hell of a match. I just hope that match, no one gets hurt, no one gets injured or nothing, and we have a good match.
That's what I'm worried about with Stephen maybe not being recovered and Dale maybe not being fully healed yet. Yeah, I don't want either one of them to get hurt. So I hope they're just smart about it.
I know Stephen's going to be sore because I watched that tournament because two of my buddies from Florida were in it in the 187 class, and they both took second and third. And I watched Stephen pull, and there was it's crazy to see. I remember Stephen's first match was against this guy named CJ, built just like Stephen. And they get up to the table. It's like two Stephens up there. And they say, ready to go. And he pulled Stephen right over, just ready to go. Bang. I was like, dude, these guys are so strong.
Yeah.
I think I saw that one because I
thought the same exact thing because I was like, dude, that guy stonewalls us.
Yeah,
Right,
like I can't.
right.
Steven's so strong, and just see someone pull him over like that is just. I'm like, I'm glad there's weight classes.
Right. Freaks in
Yeah.
nature.
He's been pulling a lot though, so maybe he won't be fresh, and it might be a close match. Because I mean, every week he went to a tournament with me the weekend before or whatever. So
Yeah, he's been very overactive.
and then
in
the
my opinion.
weekend before it was a sit down, and then he pulls like 2 or 3 times a week.
Yeah, and then that's what things. I mean, I just find like so. Like looking forward to Stephen is because for two things, like he reminds me a lot of me. Like I remember in the beginning, I would travel, I would pull a lot during the week, and I think he'll come to learn. Like once he gets his name out there, which his name's already out there, and people already want matches like Troy Brown. He's getting his name out there. There's going to be a time where he needs to chill, and that's where I think it's going to be a real nasty Stephen in the coming 2 year to 3 year.
Oh yeah.
Because what I've noticed is my second year I leveled up, but this third year, like I said, I've been pulling Keegan, I pulled Stephen and Neil and all of them back then. Curtis said it best out of that practice. Stephen stonewalls everybody. And you see it in everything. And then Stephen, me and him pull, righty and lefty. And this is how I know my lefty's really strong because, like, I was able to let Stephen fully cup in lefty, and I was able to wrench him back out. And he couldn't go sideways. Yeah, I thought he could go sideways, and he just couldn't go sideways. So that's why I feel a bit confident on my left. Righty, though, it was wild to see. I always told people when I pulled Stephen, it's like maybe I had like one more gear just left. Like he was really like, it almost took everything I had. It was like a 90% all the time pulling Stephen. And this last time pulling him, I feel like I had like at least another 3 to 4 gears left. And me and him talk, and that's something I really want to get with Stephen. He trained my biceps so well, unlike a lot of people. Like me and him, I trained his hand, he trained my bicep. And that's something I really enjoy. And I think in the coming years, me and him pulling, we get on the table, we work on it. I feel like it will level us both up. And that's why I'm just so excited Stephen getting in on stuff. It is exciting to see him pull. And it's also scary to see him pull in the tournament. And then a freaking guy decides to press him to the damn path. I don't know how you deal with it. That's terrifying.
I watched him stop it, and I was like, "Oh god, that's gonna hurt." He just like sat there. He caught it on the inside.
It's good to see him get out and about because it's like that big fish, small pond thing. When a big fish gets in a big pond, he gets to see those bigger fish than him. So I think it's going to be good for him. I think once he's kind of felt that out of state power, he'll be able to kind of better tune his training for that. Because you running through everyone at practice or stonewalling everyone out of practice, you don't really get anything out of it other than conditioning. So I'm glad he's getting out there.
Yeah, that's what I was telling him. I remember riding. I went a bit sideways and stuff, and you can just tell whenever he's on the B side, if it's in a top row position. Like if he's cupped in, he's comfortable on the B side. But right when his wrist gets flat and he starts going that way, I notice he starts getting a little uncomfortable unless he goes into like that King's move, which is pronation is strong, but I just know, like, cause I know I'm not going to be the only one out of the state that's going to be able to just do that. So there's going to be people that have insane rides, same pronation that he's stepping, and they're going to do that. So I really just want to get more table time with him to help him with technique, and then we can both benefit out of that. I think like how Adrian was, little Adrian was saying, was Eric and little Adrian are like great training, and then you got great training partners in the style you want, or you're going back and forth. It's just great to have that training partner that both can benefit from.
Don't you love how you've been dubbed Little Adrian?
I mean, it's fair. I mean, have you seen Big Adrian?
Hey, I've been dubbed Little Levi, so I feel your pain.
That's true.
I don't even feel bad about it. Like,
Yeah, it's whatever. It's just a.
when people
just
are
a
like, why you
moment.
call Little Adrian? I go stand right next to Adrian. They're like, oh.
Makes sense. Makes sense. Well, is there anything else
Catfish
y'all want to
forums.
talk about for Saturday?
I'm looking forward to seeing everybody and pulling everybody. I like the after pulling too a lot.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm really curious
Yeah.
to see Levi and Neil. I just want to see where Levi's at right now.
I can
Yeah.
tell you, I just pulled with Levi. So when I got here, I was stonewalling Levi, and I found so many holes in his setup and his game because he's so used to just brute forcing everyone. And
Yeah.
I exposed his holes. And if you see my TikTok videos, I'm just sitting there, 200-pound guy, and I'm just stonewalling him. Well, Levi is a sponge sometimes, and we sat and talked because I've trained with Craig Toulier, I've trained with Doug Ehrlich, Paul Lynn, I've trained with John Brezink, Todd Hutchings. I have a little bit of knowledge from high level pullers, and when I'm around those guys, I'm all ears. I don't just nodding and listening and absorbing. So me and Levi went over his holes, and I saw him like a week ago. If he didn't fill those holes and do all his homework, so I'm looking forward to great things. Like,
Oh, that's awesome to hear.
I'm excited to hear that,
Yeah.
man. I
Yeah,
really
'cause
like seeing him do.
the history with him and Neil Lefty is that Neil pretty much gets him every time. So it's gonna be awesome to see if he can like.
oh
you
wait, it's a
know-
left-hand match.
Yeah,
I can beat Levi left-handed.
yeah. I was gonna say right-handed Levi, I would give the edge. I think still, but
Oh, I'm sorry, Levi.
Yeah.
I love you, but if I could,
Neil
I'm
Lefty is
198.
pretty badass, dude. It's awesome to hear that though for Big Levi. You know,
Yeah.
if he can like
Yeah.
make those. I mean, it's
I
gonna be
agree.
awesome to see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Lefty, I remember talking to Neil, and he does. I think Levi has one pin. I can't remember when, just one.
Yeah,
I think
it was at Sulphur. It was
Yeah,
a friend.
it-
It was a match they had at Sulphur practice.
He has one pin on lefty, but Neil has the winning record. And feeling Neil, he's super strong lefty, but I know one thing, like feeling him and all that stuff, he's great. But the difference is that man has a nasty hit.
Yeah, this is
Like,
this fast.
Let the record show that he did pin Stephen twice to the pad.
Yeah,
Like, and like I said, Stephen, lefty and righty, does a lot to Big Levi. I mean, he's Neil's no joke, and I think Neil, feeling him still, he got it lefty. Righty, I would be curious because Neil felt pretty good righty as well. I haven't felt Levi in quite some time. I haven't been able to make it to Kenny's every freaking Sunday. I'm usually gone, or I'm sore from Saturday. But all I heard from Levi recently is Keegan pulled Levi, I think last Saturday, about like two Saturdays ago or something. Not this Saturday, last Saturday. And he said he felt strong, but Keegan felt pretty comfortable with Big. And I'm like, okay. But Keegan lately has felt pretty good too. His pronation's gotten a lot better. He's developing a little King's move. It's kind of badass.
really.
Man, I hate that he's cutting weight. I hate dealing with Keegan.
Yeah.
Where is he on his weight journey? Is he 176 yet?
Last I heard, he was
185.
still like 193.
He's
Oh,
cut
man,
down.
he's
He's 180.
185. Okay.
Okay. Well, he's getting
That's
down there
crazy.
then. That man
I know.
was 250 not that long ago.
I know. It freaked me out. I showed up at that practice. He was like 250, and I was like, "What the heck, dude? It's like you're bigger than me."
That guy's a menace.
Yeah, no, no freaking. It's just ridiculous to see him now to back then. I'm like, God bless, man. What happened? It's an incredible whole transformation in the weirdest way possible. Like, the thing is, his hand, from what I felt, it still feels thicker than it was back in the day. Like, it still feels thick, like kind of like a super. A little less, but it's still thick, and his pronation has gotten a lot better. Like I said, in a hook, I think he just needs some more time to get that lock in again, like he used to. But his Kingsman feels pretty dang solid. I see him giving a lot of trouble to a lot of people. Only thing I see is just we kind of figured it out. His bottom fingers are really strong. They feel good and secure. But when you're top rolling him, it's these top fingers that lose the containment. We tested it. In a low hand, he felt pretty good. It was a little harder to take his hand. But if you go on the top and fill the whole hand out, these fingers just start sinking down so hard. So it's just like little things with him. If he gets it there, he's going to be menace in the 176s.
Let's not talk about that. I don't want to talk about that. Nightmares. Keegan's filled my nightmares for 10 years now.
Yeah, man.
Except 10 years ago, he was 154, and I didn't have to worry about him either. Okay. Well, if y'all are ready to move on from Saturday, we can talk about East versus West a little bit. Anything else y'all want to talk about from Saturday before we backtrack to East versus West?
No, I'm good.
All right. Well, I don't have necessarily anything in particular about East versus West, just anything that stuck out to y'all. Wins, losses, just notable moments, anything?
Geez, man, where do we begin? Let's talk about.
Yeah, I'm about to say the entire event.
Right.
Yeah,
that whole event was nuts. Yeah.
Let's talk about the wrestling match that happened between Kevin and Arthur.
Man, I love Devin, and I always will love Devin, but sometimes it wears you a little thin sometimes.
A little bit.
Just sometimes you just want to get through a match.
As he gets older.
Oh no, there's no doubt about that.
Dude,
I thought they were just horsing around, and then it kind of escalated out of nowhere.
Dude, he got him in a front chokehold and put his ass to the ground for what I saw. Like, and then the whole match with Devin versus Chance Shaw. I swear, if someone would tell me it's staged. I mean, Devin was intense. Like, he went off the back of the whole table. Dude, that flying elbow. I'm like, dude, is Jim in Devin's body right now? What's going on?
I think it was just for show. I think so. I mean,
man, I don't know. I think the match itself, I think he was pretty serious. I think for me, there was a tone shift after the Artem thing.
Yeah, like it was intense, man. Round one, it was on foul. I think I was on foul to Chance. Devin fouled out, and then just after that, Devin got control. I think genuinely Devin just needs time to adjust to 105. I think he's still going to be a menace, but it does show that heavy side pressure, and maybe his bicep strength is lessened, and that could be an issue.
yeah.
His bicep game. That's the only hole I've ever seen in Devin. His hand looks insane, but once it gets to arm power, it seems like it starts to lack. Like if Devin's hand was given to like Hermes, I think that's just a monster. I think that's unstoppable.
To me, I think Devin's problem is he dicks around too much. And if he just pulls in the second, third, and fourth rounds or pulls in the first round like he does the second, third, and fourth rounds, I think Devin could have 3-0 Chance pretty easy, but I think he just let Chance into the match. And I think he was there too much at the beginning. And if he just went old school Devin high hook from the get-go and didn't dick around with people, I think he would look a lot more dominant.
I do agree. I think he wanted to just prove to Chance, and at the end he did get a pin over Devin. So then Chance was just, got his win per se and stuff like that. Which I guess just pissed Devin off more. Like I said, it really is that match, the whole match summed up arm wrestling ego. That to me was the whole match.
Yeah,
That was the WWE match of the night. That was
very.
almost
For sure.
entirely entertainment.
Honestly.
Dude, the one that got me kind of teary-eyed was John Brzezinski versus Leonidas. Dude,
Dude, standing ovation to that match, dude.
I was like, yes, like the whole time. I was like, USA, hell yeah, baby, USA.
Man, that
John
whole time
Brzezinski coming.
I was watching that with my girlfriend, and I was trying to describe to her like what John is to the sport, and I kept wanting to say he's the Michael Jordan of arm wrestling, but it's like he's so much more than that. Like I couldn't accurately convey to her just what John is to the sport.
Like Wilt Chamberlain type. I don't know.
Yeah, the best thing I could describe about John Brzezinski, the meaning of the sport, he's been competing for over 40 plus years. Not like just, oh, he got older and now he's a national
Oh, bye, Adrian.
years of world-class play. 40 years of that. And 25 years of that, he wasn't beaten for the most part. And then 40 years, I'm thinking about Michael Jordan being in the NBA for 40 years, still being the guy.
That's what I told.
Like-
That's what I was trying to tell my girlfriend. This is like if this is Michael Jordan now in his 50s, coming back and running through the Thunder, dropping
Yeah.
triple doubles, 30 points a night. Like that's what this would be essentially. It's just
Essentially. Yeah.
it's a sheer like, and like you're saying, it's not just 40, 45 years in the sport. It's 40, 45 years like at the top of the sport.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Crazy. Crazy.
Like, we're still saying John Brzezinski's name in the top 10 in his 60s. Like, dude, it's just wild for me to even comprehend. I'm 23 years old, man, and he's 60. I can't fathom another 50 years out freaking world-class level. Like, that is just,
He's been pulling almost twice as long as you've been alive.
yeah, dude, it's wild.
That's wild.
And
It's
then
incredible.
I still love how they played the Rocky music at the end.
At the
because
end,
really got the epitome of Leonidas, German engineering's just perfect Herculean engineering right there, man. And then you got John Brzezinski saying, all right, I guess I'll give her a go, and just flat press that behemoth down. Like, what in the world am I watching?
Here, take my hand.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man. I thought
whole
once it got to the
college-
straps, it wouldn't be like that. But man, John's just too. He's John. You know. I thought
He's
he would
got
have
every
trouble in the
lane.
straps. Yeah.
If there's
But
a
he
lane,
didn't.
he'll find it.
There's literally nothing that he can't do. Like when he went inside with Leonidas, I was like, oh God, John, don't blow your shoulder out.
Dude,
Like I was worried for him for a little bit. But yeah,
Can
there's
you
literally
imagine for a second how crazy that looks, right? We all know John, but like our girlfriends or our friends that really don't know it and they're watching it and they see Leonidas come out and he's a
Yeah.
fucking specimen, right? He just fucking cracks the sidewalk when he walks. And then here comes this 60-year-old man, completely grayed out silver fox, and he's like jammed in with the hook and Leonidas can't do like you know how wild that is to look and see?
That's incredible. Yeah. There will never be another run anything like this in any sport for the rest of time.
I don't even think there has been a run like this in any other sport.
Not that I
John
can think
is
of.
the GOAT.
Yeah, for
I was
real.
gonna say, yeah, the closest thing I could think of maybe like a Tom Brady since he was in football for a while and won a lot and still competitive even when he retired, but still even then, like I can't.
There's a
think of anything.
guy this year, he's in his like early 40s, but he just won his 5th gold at the Olympics in wrestling
Oh yeah,
That's-
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
from Cuba, I think, right? Something like that. That's another pretty good run, but still that's half as long a run as John has had.
Yeah, that's wild.
I think I can't remember who said it. I don't know if it was Chris Hammond or Tom Stubling or somebody, some YouTuber said, if you were to, was it pretty? I can't remember, but they said if you were to get every world-class athlete And
We're losing you, buddy.
John, like John is still there. Like
Oh,
it's
there
not
you are.
out of the clear.
We're losing you a little bit.
Tell me you're driving through Oklahoma without telling me.
Bro's out in the middle of nowhere.
No kidding, I'm going to the state line.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. But no, it's I mean the whole card, we could go through the whole card, and that whole card was so exciting.
Todd Hutchins, man.
That's what I
That's
was.
my
hyped
hero.
about.
That's my
Dude,
hero.
That's what I
That
was.
is me
hyped
too,
about.
man. I don't pull like that, but I love that guy.
Yeah, I was so excited about that one, man.
The two
Dude.
guys I
Dude,
look up to in the sport is Todd Hutchins and Craig Tullier. Like
Mm,
ever since I got into it, those two, I'm like, I'm gonna pull like them.
yeah, dude.
And that's who I emulate my style after is
I
those
want
two.
to see
and
Craig
they
more
kick
for that
ass.
stuff because I know Craig could do that, man. Craig is insane. I want to see him on those kind of cards.
It's insane. All these guys in their 50s at the peak of the sport still.
That's why I love this sport. Oh, you're
Yeah.
30, you arm wrestle, you're a baby.
Yeah.
That was Todd Hutchins when he got in it.
Adrian, big Adrian is an infant. Like
Yeah.
we
Oh,
like
yeah,
peak Adrian will be 15 years from now.
Yeah.
yeah,
Wait,
yeah.
how old are you, Big Adrian? You 25?
23. I think he's
23.
Oh, God.
He's not even fully grown yet, dude.
Jesus.
Yeah, you're not even gonna hit your physical peak for another 5, 6, 7 years.
Your balls will drop one of these days. Okay, he's not even.
But telling you,
Now's the time to talk all the crap on him. He can't reply.
His face is just stuck like that on my screen.
Gee,
There he is.
Kinda, sorta.
I'll get there.
No, in all honesty, I'm excited to see what Adrian is in 5 years.
Yeah. Yeah.
I got 3 years. He's
I
another.
didn't realize Stefan was he's also like 31. I thought he was like 25 or something. But he's like 31.
Oh, he's about my age then.
Yeah.
I remember being that young.
Yeah.
How old are you?
probably 38
I
or
am-
something.
I'm 36.
36, okay. I just turned
I got it.
32 this summer.
I got an 18-year-old son and a 16-year-old son.
Dang.
Oh, okay. You're a
So
freaking
so you're
middle-aged man.
actually
then.
40 something.
Yeah, that's right. Respect it.
Dang it. You're the
Well,
old man of the group now.
Man, I will tell you what, one of the biggest letdowns for me was Justin Bishop. I was hoping so bad he would get a win.
I didn't get to see that one.
It was a silver bullet.
Oh, yeah.
Giannis, man,
Oh, Giannis,
Oh.
yeah, he's nuts.
I love Giannis too, so it's not like that big a deal. But I really like Justin, and I was really hoping he'd get the win. But
I thought you. Damn it. Yeah, no, my feet cut out whenever the match on the last round. It cut out. I'm like, damn it, who won? I heard Justin Bishop. He pulled through. I'm like, I guess Justin won. I guess not.
oh, my bad, I should have
No.
spoiler alerted that one.
Oh no.
That was the only match I missed. I was like, damn it. It was a good one too, man. Damn, it was a
Yeah.
good one.
They don't call him the Jedi Master for nothing.
No kidding, man. Man is a technician to say the least. He's great to watch.
I didn't get to see Travis and Corey though, but it was pretty
Oh,
washed for Corey, right? Like
That was
he-
also a disappointment. Like
Yeah.
Travis wasn't even in
Yeah.
the match.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
what did you expect?
Corey's a tank, man.
I
Who's beating
expected
Corey
him maybe.
left-handed?
I expected him to maybe catch Corey off guard in the first round. Just a
Yeah.
little bit. I mean, even if Corey caught him, I expected Travis just with his hit to at least put Corey on the B side.
2016 Travis would have been a good match, but this version of him, nah.
It makes me
Yeah.
sad because I don't know how much more of Travis we're gonna see if he keeps getting ran over like this.
I
All he
mean,
needs to
right
do what
now-
John Brzenk does is take not so challenging matches, take celebrity matches, go and pull Larry Wheels, go pull Schoolboy, go Go entertain us. Like, you've already been #1 in the world. There's no reason to chase it. Go entertain. Make your
Although
money.
I will
you
say,
know?
Yeah, it's
Devin
not worth that health, man.
sounded like Devin was trying to hype something up with him after he beat Chance.
Oh no. All right, see y'all later.
That's the last thing
The
we
glare.
need to see.
Y'all all scared.
Yeah, give me back my right hand. You took it earlier.
What a buzzkill, man.
Yeah, I know.
Y'all just want to end the pod now?
Yeah.
No, we're just
I
talking
got
about
things
East
to-
versus West right
The
now.
most
got things
hated
to do.
man in
I'll leave.
Oklahoma.
How about you turn your phone on the side, you dork? How many times have you
Sorry.
done this?
Sorry.
Behold,
Hey,
the most hated
you didn't
man
switch
in
it to
Oklahoma.
the other facing camera this time. I'm proud of you.
Yeah. And I'm wearing pants, so.
Well, thank God for that.
Oh, Adrian's in here too. We got the whole
Hey,
gang.
what's up,
son.
dude? Oh, shit.
No, not you. The other Adrian, the big Adrian. I already knew you were in here.
man. Yeah. Oh, okay. I got you. I see how it is.
Damn.
We're just
I
gonna
already
see
knew
who
you were in
Curtis
here.
can piss off today.
I know.
I ain't gonna
who
piss off
else?
nobody.
That's
Curtis
bull
was
crap.
all- Yeah,
Everyone-
I heard he had a match with Cody Allen, just saying.
What if
Uh,
Cody shows up this weekend just to like pull?
I hope so. I want to see Cody rip his arm off.
No.
Like, which one of you, Curtis?
I was like, let's go left, and he actually rips my arm off, and then maybe I could actually half-ass survive right, and he'll be like, all right. Like,
There's
let me
no
tear your left-
chance.
you let
There's
me
no
tear your left
chance
off.
either arm.
Respect. You let me tear your left off.
There's no chance
Yeah.
either arm.
I hooked Tommy left today. Maybe I can hook Cody Dollar. I'm just kidding. That's not happening. I'm kidding.
I'm
Alright,
clipping
I'm
it.
kidding.
that. Clip
Clipping
that.
it.
Yeah, I know. Clip it. That's a funny clip.
Oh my
Ain't no way.
God.
He would literally break me.
Oh yeah.
Yes, he would.
Lefty for sure.
Okay, I gotta pull up the matches from this Saturday. Man, okay,
Yeah,
so
I'm
I'm gonna
excited, man.
be honest with you. That's a big surprise for me was Michael Todd and Camille.
Oh yeah.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Are you talking about Mike?
I was not surprised.
Man, I did not think Todd was back to the old Todd yet.
Yeah.
He's better than the old Todd, in my opinion.
I mean,
Yeah,
it looks
I
like
would
it from the
agree.
look
I
of
would agree.
Saturday.
The old
That did
Todd had
not-
one move. That one move, one lane. That was it. This new Todd, you think he's gonna drop to a King's move and he passes you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When he
Fast.
pressed Camille on that third pin, my mind was
Yeah.
Fast.
And the thing is, Camille could not get, like, it was 2 to 3 inches, and that thing was not moving. I've never been so impressed saying it was just 2 to 3 inches from me. I've never been so.
So you're saying
And-
2 inches is a lot?
man, that is an extreme amount, honestly.
I knew it.
No, you could tell though on that third pin, like Mike was he was baiting him like he was gonna go back to the Kings move again. You could tell he was setting him up for it to kind of disarm
Yeah.
him a little bit. Then he
Yeah,
shot
dude,
it.
he was
He's like, I'll show you how to press, young man.
Yeah.
Honestly, and Camille was looking beefy.
He was big.
And Todd was holding him, and he didn't dip below the table once.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was wild. It stayed like negative humorous the whole time or positive.
And Camille was pushing so hard. I'm like, did he not watch the Jerry Carteret match?
Right.
Like, you know that
Yeah.
doesn't work, right?
I bet you right now, whenever Jerry watched that match,
Oh, that's the
like,
next one,
ah,
Jerry.
that arm
Another
was just hurt
surprise,
so bad.
Jerry.
Dude, the time.
That actually surprised me. Yeah.
Jerry's
Dude.
like, USA, USA.
Yeah.
Man, all the freaking old cats showing up this weekend. That was awesome to see.
Dude, it was insane. Every time in the strap just flashed. And then I think it was the last round, he got him outside the strap, wasn't it? I think he just straight pressed him
Yeah.
to the pad.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so.
Yeah. It wasn't quite a flop on that last one. It was like more like a kind of a half of a flop, and he just pressed him.
Yeah, dude, it was insane. Dude, Jerry, honestly, just it's so odd to say because Ernie's crushed Jerry, but he literally beat Levon. Truly, like it is wild to say. It might be a little like triangle right there. Jerry beats Levon, Hermes beats Jerry, and Hermes can't beat Levon. And maybe that's a thing, but Hermes is God, dude. It just shows how impressive Hermes is. Insane.
Yeah.
I still don't see it.
Well,
I don't see Jerry doing anything with Levon. I think Levon will do what Hermes did, but worse.
maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, it's possible. It could just be possible that it just crashed.
I would be
But-
scared for Jerry's arm with Levon.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is a lot of freaking pressure there.
Because I think
It's
he'll
not
just
like-
get him out of his frame.
Yeah, and Levon has a monster cut, so there's no pronating. Not like Hermes did. Like Hermes genuinely, I don't know, that's insane. Other men.
What?
Should we talk about the elephant in the room? I know it's a tough one for little Adrian. Doug Ehrlich versus Aaron Thompson.
Yeah, that's tough, dude. That's tough.
Yeah,
I mean, if
Yeah,
nothing
I mean,
else, I'm just excited for the future of that weight class in America. It's been a
Yeah.
while since we've had a new guy step up and be competitive for the 176.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Light the fire, if anything, you know?
I mean, the thing is, Hunter Nas has been running through everybody. To me, I don't think because Doug Ehrlich is strong as hell. And maybe you could say he missed the go, whatever, this, that, sure, but you know, all props off, all hats off to Hunter Nas. I mean, he's been killing it lately, and you know, I'm sure Doug Ehrlich is going to be coming up more and more and stuff like that. I just think that class, like Levi was saying, it's going to be a real nice lineup coming up. I think.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
let's give the floor to Adrian since he has some personal experience with Doug. Let's get your thoughts on it.
Well, I don't think we're gonna see Doug come back.
Oh.
Doug didn't even really. He wasn't like when he went and matched with Coach Ray. He was fired up and he was ready to be back. And then because I trained with him before he went, and then when he went to face Daniel, and I'm not going to get into his business, but he's got shit going on that he cares more about, and he went to face Daniel, and he just like wasn't really in it mentally. And then same with this Hunter match. Before he even started, he's like, I don't really care if I win or lose, and if I lose, I'm not coming back. And like I've seen Doug fired up. He was not fired up this day. He was not in it. Like it's sad to see because he's so talented, he's so strong. And I have a lot of respect for him. He taught me a lot of the game. But that wasn't the best Doug that showed up that day. 100%.
Yeah.
I can tell.
Well,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying on the third round, I thought I heard him say, I missed every go.
Yeah, I heard that.
I mean, you've watched it. I watched it again today on my way home, and everything but the first round, he did. You can see it. You can see it in the set on the very last. Oh, my bad, guys. on the very last round. So nothing to take away from Hunter. Dude's amazing, and he didn't miss any goes. He was on it. He was on fire. He deserves his victory. So I'm not taking away anything from him. But just speaking about Doug strictly, on the very last round, when they were straightening him out, right before the go, you could see Hunter cupping. And we all do it. We all get that fraction of a movement right as they're getting ready to say go and hope they don't catch us. I mean, that's just the nature of the beast. We're always looking for that advantage. I'm trying to win. I'm not your friend right now.
Part of the
And
game.
right when he went there, you could see like Doug almost give it up. And then as soon as they say go, halfway he catches him and he looks at the ref like, oh, missed the go. Like he did. He missed the goes, but why did he miss the goes? Because I don't think he was there mentally. He didn't want it as bad as Hunter did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. That is true.
Well, I hope that's not the case. I hope we see Doug again. If nothing else, he's a great personality in the sport, and I think the sport needs him. So I hope he gets whatever he's going through figured out, and wish him the best on that.
Yeah.
Let's see what other matches notable that we could talk about. Well, we can talk about this rematch real quick. Rustum and Paul Lynn.
Yeah, I
That was
missed that one
another
too.
rough
did
one to
too.
watch.
Oh, he missed it. We can't talk about it.
Oh, wait. Rooster won that one. My bad.
Yeah, Ninja Turtle won that one. It was.
I'll put up.
He did, but I don't know. I don't think, even though he kind of stopped them, I still don't think it was very close.
I mean,
Well,
Rustum
Rustum's
is
what, 20 years in the sport?
Yeah.
That experience, if you stay strong, like John Brzenk and Rustum and Todd Hutchins, if you stay strong, you got strength and technique. Some guy that's 5 or 6 years in is not really much of a threat to you. And Paul Lynn's got all the power in the world, but I mean, if someone is just as strong as you, but has more lanes, has more technical, knows what to do in sticky situations, you're going to lose every time.
Yeah. Is there
That's true.
anything else lined up for Paul? Have y'all heard anything?
Oh no.
Yeah, he's gonna need to do a little regrouping after that one. I was hoping it would be close. I was hoping it would come down to the 5th round, but yep, Rustum just showed that experience kind of meant more in that match.
And Rustum's strong. I mean, he gave Irakli one for his money. It was a nail biter on that one. So I mean, Rustum is a strong dude.
I didn't realize he had gained and he was that heavy. I didn't realize Rustum was a 95er. I thought he was a little bit lighter.
I think he's been cruising around anywhere 95, 105. I think that's like the heaviest he's done, like 105. But
I mean, I know when he was pulling the PAL, he had to have been a little heavier for that. But yeah.
no,
Go ahead.
the one thing I was gonna say, we touched on it. Todd Hutchins versus Evgeny. Dude, honestly, I don't know what to say on that. Like, I don't know what in the world. Like Todd Hutchins, I just leaving speechless like John Brzenk. It is wild to see that Evgeny, who's been in the sport a long time, technical, everything. He destroyed Todd Hutchins. It wasn't close. It was just he destroyed Todd Hutchins.
Yeah, wasn't close.
And this time around, Todd Hutchins flipped the script and said, "No, you're coming right here with me, and you're done." Like I'm like, I just don't get it. I think Todd Hutchins may, and I hate to say it because I like Devin, he may give this 105 Devin a run for his money, and Todd Hutchins, I think with enough time, enough prep, and with the right match, he might be 105 champ again.
That's the match we need to see. We need to
I
see
was
that
gonna
rematch
say-
because they pulled in WAL back in, was that 2019 when they were doing the
Wild
super
match.
match series?
Wild match.
I still think he pinned Devin on the first round there.
He did, man. That ref must have been recording with his phone.
Yeah.
That's what it was. Yeah, that's what it was. No, we need to see them run that back. That would be a sick match.
I agree because definitely super heavy with Devin. I was way too much for Todd, but I think this 105, it may be a killer match in the way Todd is right now, and the way Devin is looking against side pressure hitters, especially people that don't need their hand.
Don't need their hand, plus have the endurance.
The endurance too, in that spot. Like I said, all the signs to me, Todd may have it, and I hate to say it because I love Devin. I have a lot of training philosophy of Devin, but there's a lot of other training philosophies that make sense. Todd Hutchins is one of the best training protocol. And it's wild to see, and it shows. He goes from not even coming close to Evgeny. Maybe Evgeny obviously is going through whatever, but it's still Prudnik. And then just crushes Prudnik. Like it's just wild to me.
Yeah,
Honestly, I would love to see Oleg Petrenko versus Todd Hutchins. I would love to see it.
I mean, I think it's inevitable if Todd keeps going the way he's going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they're going to run into each other at some point.
Oh, and then who did Greg Toulet face? He faced Tom Holland, right?
Tom Holland. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was dominant. Craig Toulier all day.
Dude, it was
Yeah,
nasty. And whenever he is the definition of rock solid. That is for sure. Rock solid.
It's cool to see because, I mean, usually as you get older, it like that explosiveness is kind of one of the first things to go, and Craig's never lost a step.
Oh, if anything, he seems even more impressive. God bless.
Yeah, that was impressive.
One kind of saddened me. It was a lefty match on that card. Was Jonathan Brita versus Amric, or was it right-handed? I can't remember.
It was left hand, and that was electric.
Dude, it was wild.
I think he got cocky.
I think so. In that hook, I think he drank a little too much. And he got pumped.
100%. You called it. He should have let that as soon as he was in a bad position, lifted the elbow or took a loss and come back.
Yeah, and that's something I'm like, because I saw Jonathan Brita, that hand control, round 1 and 2, and that smile. I was like, he's got it. He's cocky. But right when I saw that hook, I'm like, that might have, because heel pickup has a great explanation. Once you get stretched open and that elastic limit gets reached, there ain't no coming back. There just ain't. And I think that's what happened. It's sad because Jonathan Brita, it's so strong, man. So strong. But I just hope he continues and we can see more of him. He really is an exciting character.
For once, I just like when people get cocky like that, I just smile, do the smiling after the match and you're getting your hand raised. Just
be cocky once you got the W.
A lot of those times people can 3-0 that match, but they lose their head and then they end up losing 2-3 when they could have just swept the guy if they would just finish the match off first and then get cocky.
Yeah. Well, I think the other thing is like he did it round 1. I think 2, and then once you got 3 and you know you have the position, like it's inevitable you're going to win, then sure you could do your thing, but not round 1. I think round 1's a bit too soon.
Just pin the guy and then do it. I'm a firm believer in just putting the animal out of their misery. Don't let it whimper. Just shoot her in the head and keep on walking down the road.
Jeez.
That's right.
Wounded animal will bite you in the ass.
Another one that was really
Edwin
close
won't.
because he got cocky was Bishop and Giannis.
Yeah.
Bishop was killing him.
He should have waited to celebrate.
Yeah, he was getting way too happy that he 2-0'd him at the beginning, and then Giannis stopped him on that 3rd round, and after that, Giannis took over. I was like, oh, yes. Because I do a lot of Giannis
workouts. Thing with
Justin.
Justin don't really have a gas tank, and Giannis is Giannis. Giannis can come out of like the ugliest position, still maintain the pronation.
Super ugly. That's the ugliest one I've ever seen from him. I was like, oh no.
No, he did that you could tell he did that on purpose. He let him go to B side and he kept all his pronation, rotated his hand out, and just kept coming back towards him to make Justin go forward, and he just waited.
Oh yeah, because you could tell because he like turned towards you. Like you almost never turn towards your side.
Yeah, he was doing that intentionally.
He let him
Justin flat and stretched out, and he's like, "You're not going to pin me from here, and you're going to gas yourself out." And Justin fell for the bait.
Yeah, Giannis is one of my favorite pullers. I wish Justin would have beat him, but I love watching Giannis. If you want just a technical show, Giannis, he's the guy to watch.
Yeah, because whenever you do that, like whenever he's done his wrist back, I'm thinking, Justin, just rise. I know you want to do side and just keep rising. Whenever they're doing this, all they have left is pronation and a little bit of rise, but you can climb over it when they're bent back. So it's just like, come on, rise. And he just, dude, it was so sad.
I got that tunnel vision, and he was just like, pin. I just need one more pin. Yeah, I've been there. I've made the same mistake.
Well, we are at about an hour, 5-ish minutes. Is there anything else y'all want to touch on? Or y'all want to wrap it up here?
That woman's match, though, did anybody else, when they called out the second woman, take a second look at the TV? Okay, I'm glad I'm not the only one.
Yeah.
So,
Said-
anyways,
Yeah. Just
I ain't gonna say.
Congratulations, she's badass. That's what I'll say.
There you go. Hot
The
dog.
man,
Sure.
baby.
no.
Anything else
Uh,
that's not gonna get us kicked off YouTube.
Um,
Curtis
Just say
is,
with your eyes. Just say with your
Curtis,
eyes.
Curtis just started talking, and the people get mad.
Okay,
no.
we're gonna wrap it up there, guys. I'm
Alright.
pumped for Saturday. I hope you guys are just as pumped as I am. I'm ready to see y'all boys and just hang out for an afternoon. It's gonna be
Yeah.
fun.
I'm ready to get pinned by this guy, or whichever way he is. Mini Adrian.
There you go. There you go. All right, guys. This has been
What's up,
another
Big
episode
Adrian?
of
What you
the
got?
OK Arm Wrestling Podcast. Hope to see all y'all out there at the event on Saturday. If not, then we'll see you guys the next time on here. See ya.
Yeah, bud.